It's quick, it's easy, it's delicious, but if you come from an Italian family like we do, you know that jarred sauce does not even compare to the homemade stuff. So here to help us and to help us fix what's going on right now is Phil Gilardi from Philly G's Restaurant. We're going to be making marinara sauce, but we're going to take it to a whole new level, right, Phil?
Absolutely.
Okay.
We are going to.
This thing is starting to sizzle up, huh?
Yeah, we're going already. First, what we're going to do is we're going to make a marinara sauce.
Okay.
What I have here is some garlic, some onions, and some olive oil.
Fantastic.
In the pan.
Now, why do you use garlic and onions? Usually, I just use one or the other.
If it were up to me, I'd put onions in everything.
Okay, I'm going to take this off heat for a little
while. There's a lot of flavor in it. The onions just really let a lot of it go. So we're going to get that hot. You're going to constantly stir this. Okay. We're going to add some crushed tomato.
Crushed tomatoes.
Watch yourself. I don't want to splash.
Oh, yeah, you're right. It's going to jump right out at me.
We're going to add crushed tomatoes and chopped peeled tomatoes.
Both. Now, why both? For texture or what?
Well, you'll see. They both give a little bit of a different flavor.
Okay.
These out of the way.
So we've got our crushed tomatoes and our pureed tomatoes.
Pureed tomatoes and some water.
Some water. Now, is there a specific type of tomato? My mom is she's all about
I like plums.
Okay.
You know, I like the plum tomatoes. That's kind of an individual choice. Okay. You know, everyone's got their thing. But now we've got this, sure. We've got our tomatoes, we've got our water, our garlic and onions.
We need to add our seasonings
now. We're going to add our seasonings.
Okay.
I'm going to add basil.
Basil.
Dried basil.
Dried basil.
Dried basil.
Okay.
White pepper.
White pepper.
Salt.
Now, why not the fresh stuff?
I use that as a garnish a little bit later for the cooking. It gets a little soggy in there after a while.
What's next?
Oregano.
Oregano.
Sugar.
Sugar. Tell us why we use sugar.
Marinara sauce. That's my grandma's recipe.
Right.
That's why I use it. That's what I've learned on. And some Romano cheese.
Romano cheese. Okay. So I get that mixed up nice and good.
Stir that up real good there.
Okay.
Now, what I like to do, you don't have to do this, is I use a home blender. When you get your chopped tomatoes, it gets a little watery. Okay. Some people like it that way. I like it a little more ground.
I'm going to back up because
back up a little
because
we'll see how this goes. There we go.
How's that going?
You're going to grind it up. You would do that for a few minutes. Okay. We don't really have the time
to make it nice and smooth, so that it's
nice and
running
smooth.
all over.
Exactly. So it's not real watery.
I hate that. So hey, I have a question for you. It's a family business for you, correct? I'm also. My parents run restaurants, and my brother does as well. Okay. But it's truly a family fare for you, I hear.
I have been there. Let's slide this one over here. This one we have ready already. We've been there since 1985. My dad opened it with my grandmother and my great-grandmother working there.
You can smell this. It's so good.
That's fine. After that...
and doesn't your daughter Sophia work there as well?
Yes, she's 5 years old. She sits there, she likes to crack all the eggs, she likes to add the flour, she likes to sit on the counter and the little ingredients we were pouring in and stuff she throws in.
My mom had me in there when I was like 5. I picked up a chicken cutlet, dropped it, and oil splattered all over my face. It was so bad. But it was a learning experience, I guess.
Well, my daughter turned 5, started kindergarten, so now she's been talking my son who's 3 and teaching him how to break the eggs.
Smart. She's got someone she's hired.
You got to help Daddy.
All right, we got to move things along. So now we're going to add the vodka sauce?
Yeah, now we've got a basic marinara. Now we're going to make it a vodka marinara.
Okay.
And take some vodka, pour it in there.
And there you have your vodka.
Now you've got your vodka. Now normally you would let this boil for a couple minutes to burn off the alcohol. Okay. Okay. We're going to speed it up a little bit. Put a little more cheese. This is an Asiago. Asiago. Which is a very creamy cheese, and Parmesan. It's a little more mild.
Let me ask you quickly, how much vodka did you add to the sauce?
For this amount that I did a quarter of a cup.
And the cheese?
Each of these were a half a cup.
Perfect. And why do you use Asiago? Any reason?
Well, the Romano gets real salty. Right. If you use that a little much. Parmesan and Asiago are both good. I just like the blend of the 3 different cheeses. And it's nice and creamy, too. It kind of melts away. So this is beautiful, and this is done. So now we've got 3 sauces. We had a basic marinara, then we had a vodka marinara. Now we're going to make it a cream.
Okay.
Real quick, we're just going to pour some heavy cream in there. Stir it up, and now you have a vodka cream sauce.
Oh, my goodness. This is great. Now, this is great for pasta. It's great for dipping. There's so many ways that you can really do this.
Absolutely.
I love it. And so over here, we've seen that you have dressed up a plate of pasta for us.
Exactly. And I also made a basic fried zucchini.
Let me see that. Please bring that over here.
With a little bit of the vodka cream as
well. Oh, my goodness. You have to see this. This is gorgeous. And it's nice and... No!
All right. Hey, Philly, how you doing? Hey, what's going on?
Hey, guys, so if you want the recipe to this or to the zucchini, you can go onto our website. It's all there. I don't think I'm going to get to try any before the end of the segment. I really don't. Taste the pasta, guys. It's delicious.
Delicious.
Ooh, so you take this and you dip it inside?
Dip it right in.
And when we come back, the hottest floral trends for your winter wedding. You're in the loop with iVillage.
Our next guests are truly a family that cooks together and stays together. 4 generations of cooks, from 83-year-old great-grandma to the youngest, who is only 5 years old. Please welcome the Gelati family, Nani Angie, the great-grandmother, and also little Sophia, who's 10 years old. And then we've got Tina, and we've got Phil in the kitchen. Oh, 5 years old. Did I say 10? I'm so sorry. You're going to correct me. But actually, Nani Angie right here, she's 83 years old. And how long have you been in the business? She said earlier, longer than you were alive, my daughter. Longer than you've been alive. So what are you making today, Sophia?
Cannoli.
Cannoli cream. And she's been threatening to eat the cannoli cream before we even get one made, haven't you? So why don't you go ahead, and have you been teaching her how to make cannolis?
I think her father's been teaching.
Her father taught her more? Well, I'm going to let you guys sit here and put those together, and I'm going to go into the kitchen and cook some. There you go. Don't eat them all, okay? Leave me at least one.
Do you want me to do
Okay.
this?
So let's come over here and let's start chatting.
Hey, Erica.
How you doing, guys?
Good, how are you?
I'm going to come over here. And now, Tina, you married into the business. God bless you. How was that?
Well, you know, it was a little intimidating in the beginning, but luckily I knew how to cook. Otherwise, he probably never would have married me.
That's probably true.
And Nani has helped me through the years, and I think I'm not claiming I'm anywhere near as good as she is, but I'm learning and I'm getting much better every day.
And Phil, how did you guys meet?
At the restaurant. She started a week before me.
2
weeks before me. She's there to correct, you know.
I love that they get along, because working in the business is hard. My parents are in the restaurant
Very
business.
hard.
But you guys are happy in
Yes.
17 years.
17 years we've been together, 11 years married.
Wow, fantastic.
Yeah.
All right, so let's get cooking. What are we making today?
Today you are making a shrimp and asparagus with a cream dill sauce.
Oh, look how good that looks.
I'll have Tina hand you these.
Okay, and also I just want to mention that we've got the asparagus and the pasta that's going to be on the web, the recipes. But these two here, the cannolis and the cheesecake, they're secret recipes, and yeah, we don't get to figure out what's in them. So what are we doing here? First, we're adding, what did we add?
You're adding some seafood paste, some lobster paste, and some butter.
Seafood paste, lobster paste, and butter. Okay, let's get that melted down.
You're going to add your shrimp in there, yeah, while it's starting to melt.
Okay, let's get that to melt up a little bit. So why the pastes?
It's basically like a base, but the flavor's a lot more condensed in your paste. Adds a little bit to the sauce.
Okay.
Now we're going to add our shrimp.
Okay.
Tina's going to do for you there.
Thank you very much. Thank you.
Now you would keep those tossing for, 5 to 8 minutes. You would then add your asparagus.
Okay.
Your dill.
Asparagus and dill. Now, Tina, do you actually contribute any recipes? Do they let you have some say in what goes on the menu?
I do. Recently, I've been doing a lot of reading of my grandmother's cookbooks and Nani's old cookbooks, and kind of tweaking them to have just a little bit of my own style. But yeah, I've been offering a lot of specials to Philly, and he is thankfully letting me do it.
Yes.
I'm looking over there and checking out the cannolis. They're coming out pretty good.
Yeah, they're doing okay.
Yeah. Now, do you want the children to buy into the business? Do you
if they would like to, they're more than welcome. It is a very hard job.
Yeah.
It's a lot of hours and stuff. If they don't need to do it. But our last things here that we would add would be some light cream.
Okay.
And some Asiago cheese.
Cream, and now why Asiago? Just the...
You know what? It's just my preference.
Okay.
I find a little milder. Your Romanos and that get a little saltier. It's just one of my personal favorite cheeses. Now, normally you would let that cover and stir and probably cook it for another 10 to 15 minutes. We do have one ready here.
Oh, you do. That's good. But look at that. That smells good already.
Yeah.
Oh, that looks really good. So let's see what the finished product looks like.
So here we have it, already tossed with some pasta.
Oh, that looks really... Now, whose recipe is this?
This was my wife's.
Ah.
She played with a few years ago.
And you got it just right.
It's not one of our most popular things.
Actually, it's your mom and my mom's favorite.
Yeah, right. It's both of our mom's favorites, yeah.
I want to have a little bit of this, too. I'm going to plate this up a little bit. We can kind of share this. I think Bill's going to want to come in and have some of this in a little bit. Okay. But I also want to talk about this cheesecake and these cannolis. Secret recipes. Can you give us a little bit, a little secret?
Very little.
Tell us a little something.
You got to talk to her. She's the one that does it all.
Recipe. It's not mine to give away.
Yeah. It's our cheesecake recipes. That was my great-grandmother's, which was actually her mother. That my wife's kind of added a few things to. We'll turn them into Heath bars or Oreos or, different flavors and things like that. In front there, you also have one of my favorites that she taught me is just a breaded asparagus that's fried in a little olive oil and butter. That's a great appetizer or side vegetable.
These look really easy to make. This took us
very easy.
I mean, aside from the shrimp that need to cook.
Another 5 minutes, that's done. And what we put there on your website and everything is enough for probably 3 to 5 people to eat.
Oh, it's delicious. I want Bill to come on in here. Bill, grab a cannoli. Tell me what you think.